off and see what's going to happen in one of this ZvZ best of 5. And we start on Dreamcatcher. To the bottom right hand side, we do have our red Zerg player. This is a Rogue from Generic Green Wings. Just took out Rogue 2 games to 0. It's kind of funny, using the same build even as his opponent in this game against Gumiho earlier today. That was a confusing sentence, but Rogue was using the same build as Dark, our blue Zerg on the top left side, in ZvT a little bit, that drop kind of all-in kind of thing. It's kind of fun to see the guys using similar builds as each other. Obviously it's something they kind of feel is working quite well at the moment. So, as we get into this, we have a ZvZ final. PogChamp says Dark is the Void. What is this, EU? No, sadly not. Sadly this is just straight up regular StarCrafts. Actually, I haven't cast a ZvZ final for a while because, you know, I haven't been in EU. I was actually meant to cast a Go for SE2 I was gone, but I was a bit ill when I woke up for the Go for SE2 day. It feels bad. Feels bad. Anyways, yeah, Dark Rogue and ZvZ, it's best of 5, it's game 1, and so far they're mirroring each other, so not too much to say. I don't really have too much to say about this map either in the form of ZvZ, because, well, it's, you know, it's just ZvZ, right? I mean, I don't really know what to make of it. I think it's going to be fairly even on both sides, maybe difficult to take down 3 or 4 bases. I think Lurker play here is obviously going to be very powerful. You know, Lurkers themselves are already pretty great in ZvZ, but the fact you can defend bases on choke points, like, how are you ever going to push into Lurkers here, or here? Even here is somewhat of a question, I suppose. So it's, it's kind of interesting as we do see this Overlord from Rogue has just been poking forwards to see the hatchery creep spread here. And that's all he needs to see to confirm that this is a hatch first timing rather than a pool first. So, already kind of fully aware of that as we do see Link Speed starts up on each side of the map. So both Rogue and Dark heading in towards Link Speed at the moment. And Rogue with a couple of Zerglings heading out in towards the center of the map. Bane and Nest is coming down here from Rogue. And as it comes down from Rogue, we're going to be seeing Dark coming up to the top, going to throw down a third hatchery. I'm just going to be seeing this Bane Nest about halfway done, but it's, Rogue has been a little bit cheeky. He's not droning, he's not building a third base, he's building Lings and he's keeping them hidden away. 2 Overlords in the front here from Dark in a little bit of trouble because the Queens are coming forwards, threatening to push them back. Obviously, the further back they're pushed, the less information they get, or the slower they get the information as to what exactly Rogue is going to go for. Rogue doesn't want to make it too obvious, though, because I feel if you keep chasing those Overlords, it gets to the point where it's like, well, you know, why are you trying to, you know, hide my vision so badly? That, and it's a little bit safer for him to kind of hold the Queens back, and I guess he also knows these Queens are maybe going to get, Overlord's going to get high ground vision. Maybe he knows he can't get both of them in time before his Lings move across, so Queens in the natural are going to be able to get these Lings. Scouting denied, actually. He runs around the other side. He sees a couple Lings popping now. I think Dark's going to start realizing, I mean, even though he didn't see the Lings right away, he sees the lack of drones on the natural. Compared to Dark's natural, saturated almost. So here we go. Rogue's going to go for this right away here. Remember, he's got a Bane and Nest to put used to as well. He's actually already got 2 Banes across the map. The Wall-Off is up, though, from Dark. Again, a reaction to the fact those 2 Lings saw a complete lack of anything here. First Evo Chamber is taking hits, but I don't know if it's going to go down. He actually cancels the build and Overlord there, so you can actually put the Evo Chamber down in position. Wow, Dark. What a hold this is going to be, because these 2 Queens are just going to keep this a solid wall up. They're going to keep picking away the Evo Chambers, even if they keep on going down now. I think it's completely fine. I mean, another couple of Banes show up, but now there's 4 Queens here. All he has to do is target the Banes right away, and if the Banes go down out of range of the Zerglings, everything else is just fine. There's Broodlings here to help push this back. There is a couple of Banes about to finish Morph, and he's going to get maybe 1. No, not quite. He has the Ling numbers here, and of course, Dark's coming out of this with a huge worker lead as well. So all Dark has to do is keep on defending. Another Evo Chamber comes up. The Queens are part of the wall now as well, so he has a follow-up defense. And well, again, the Ling numbers just keep on dropping. A counter-attack from Dark is looking fantastic. Rogue really looking as though he's in a little bit of trouble right now. As we're going to be seeing those Lake Queens continue to fight at the moment. Lings do run in towards the natural expansion. Again, a good surround. I mean, Dark is just going to hold his ramp, but that's the issue. You have to hold his ramp. He has to clear defensive. Well, his whole plan, Rogue, was to be aggressive. Dark, great counter-attack here. And behind this, he's got 1-1 upgrades coming too. So as soon as he hits 1-1 upgrades, those Melee and Carapace, they're going to help him so much in the Ling Bane fights. They're going to really just keep, you know, he's already got the momentum. It's going to keep him the momentum. And it's really going to look to kind of close out game number 1 in Dark's favor, I think. Dark with his own Bane Nest will help to obviously make this a bit easier. Doesn't matter if you have Carapace or Melee, you know, still not having Banes of your own can be a little bit painful and a nuisance. Difficult to deal with. 2 more Banelings start to morph in. We are just going to be seeing those lings, a little bit of back and forth between the two of them. 2 Banelings currently coming in from the back side at the moment, trying to chase forwards. Carapace upgrade. Going to finish very soon, and again, just a little bit of Ling Bane heading up towards the upper left-hand side. Some more Lings here from Dark, a few Banes as well. Getting ready to push on down in towards that natural expansion. A couple Banes still heading towards the upper left. Well, I mean, does he have a defense? Haha, yes he does. The Great Wall of Queens, as now he has Melee and Carapace upgrades too, so really Dark has everything he should need to do this right now. He does have to cancel his third base. Rogue gets that at least. It's something which he's going to start evening out in this game. You can see that Dark's trying to bait those Banes forward so he can get his own Banes into the action. It's actually turned out a bit weird here. His own Banes don't do very much. There's a lot of Banes here from Dark. Gotta say the Rogue's counterattack did not really much at all beyond cancelling that third base. And so now continue to come on forwards. It looks as though there's just going to be enough here for Dark as, well, he just gathers his units up, he swells on forwards. A couple Banes going to be targeted pretty quickly here. Oh my god, that wasn't good for Dark. He lost a lot of Banelings there for no real reason. 1 Bane goes off there, but again, these Lings are starting to have Carapace now, so they trade a lot better. They can survive the Baneling shot, and again, with the work advantage that Dark had throughout, and Rogue trying to play catch-up, in the end, Dark overwhelms, and the unit number kind of... To the bottom left-hand side, our red Zerg player. This, my friends, is Rogue from Chinea Green Wings, of course. He's up against the blue Zerg in the top right-hand side of the map. This is Dark. How many Banes to kill an Evolution Chamber? Quite a few. Way more than you can afford with a build like that one, in all honesty. So, I think it's like, say 11? I feel like it's 11 for some reason. I'm so sure someone in the chat will do the math. But yeah, it's so expensive to bust through an Evo Chamber, and obviously, I mean, Dark did everything he had to. Kept re-walling, kept putting those up. He did a fantastic job of it. As we do see the hatchery first, and I just had the map once again on Lost and Found. Obviously, that generally points towards more macro-focused play, but as we saw in Game 1, it can always lead into that more aggressive play style as well, if one of the players wants to look for that here. 11? I don't know if it is 11. Should I just look it up? Evolution Chamber Legacy of the Void has 750 health and a Baneling does 20? No. Buildings, 80. So it's 9. Right? Yeah. It's like 9-ish. Whatever 750 over 80 is. So 75 over 8 is like 75 over 80. 7.5 over 8. It must be something like... I should be able to do 75 over 80 in my head because 8's a good number. Something like 0.9375 Banes. Or 9 Banes. No, did I do that right way around? Yeah. I don't know. I'm so confused. It's 10! I really can't do math right now. God damn it. Yeah, 10 Banes. 11 wasn't far off. You see, you need 11 because the first one gets sniped before it hits the Evolution Chamber. Yeah, 9.375 Banes. It's because I was doing my calculation wrong in my head for some reason. I was missing like a decimal place or something somewhere. It was weird. Anyways. Math on stream, guys. Hashtag WardiMath in the chat, please. God, we gotta get that emote made. Jesus, it's been a while. Group team comes down here from Rogue. There's a couple of queens just gonna sit in the front row. Tron will come up as well. One of these stages of the game where I think everything is gonna be fairly laid back and passive for a moment or two. As we are going to be seeing a Carapace upgrade coming in from Dark here. A couple of Queens and a couple of Lings able to be pushing away the Ling of Rogue. Rogue who actually bypassed Ling speed, so you know, he kind of saved himself the gas. He got a much faster lair. Because of that, he goes into the Evo chamber, can start at +1. And he's just going to go straight to Roaches. On the other side, though, Dark already has a Carapace upgrade. So if he wants to play Ling Roach, that'll still be somewhat effective with a Carapace. I'd say overwall, +1 missile attack would be a little bit more effective. But obviously, Carapace can work quite well if you do use a combination of both Roaches and Lings, because they both benefit from the +1 missile Carapace rather than +1 missiles. So you see the creep continue to push on out over the left-hand side, and this Overseer of Rogue is being pushed away by this Queen. Again, just one of these stages of the game where we just sort of sit back and we wait to see what's going to be happening. Lab is coming on through here from Dark, and, well, yeah, Rogue. So has the faster roach speed as well because of that faster lair, so that's something too. Rogue can definitely be the aggressor here if he wants to be. Let's be a little bit careful, though. One thing that Rogue Dark does have with the Ling speed is that third hatchery, of course. And with the third hatchery already in play, his economy is going to start kind of bouncing up and being a little bit better than Rogue. So, especially as Rogue right now is committing on 42 drones, the full 2-base saturation, to commit in towards a big Roach, +1 Roach speed attack. If Dark defends this, he'll actually come out in a pretty good spot because of the fact he has a good work account already. So, we'll see how this goes. Going to be seeing the Lings and Roaches continue to gather together. A few more Lings coming out here, and a few more Roaches just going to head out in towards the center of the map. Roach speed finishing, so of course here we go. Rogue can start to really push his way across towards the upper right hand side of the map. A couple of Ravages on the way in. We're going to see 20 Zerglings, 3 Roaches, and 2 Ravages on the way up here in production from Dark. It kind of feels like Dark's going to have what he needs. He's been starting the work account for a little while, and well, let's see how that goes. We're going to be having to the south side. These Roaches getting ready to push on in. And yeah, I feel like Dark just has the numbers to defend this. So these 3 Roaches starting to push on in, and we do see already the Queen taking a couple of shots of damage. A hatchery too. Lings are running forwards, and they're going to get the surround here. So it's actually going to stop those Roaches from escaping. The Corrosive Bowels are going to be so good here because of that Ling surround. Fantastic trade so far for Dark. And that's one hell of a way to get things going here so far. Very nicely done. Dark defends with ease. And now he goes into his own +1, which is actually currently contaminated, or is just taking a little while to get going. It's just taking a little while to get going. So, +1 Evo chamber on the Evo chamber. Rogue will keep the upgrade lead, but again, he's down on army now. That first trade was not good for him. We'll see how this goes. We'll see what Dark wants to do now as well. See if he wants to attack with his +1, whether he just waits out for +2. Well, Rogue definitely didn't take a good fight there. He has evened up the work count. That works very well. There's definitely ways this can work out wonderfully, as we're going to see those Lings coming all the way down the south side. A 4th base from Dark has started up as well. Lings, Roaches, and Ravagers all gathering up. A couple of Corrosive Bowels coming down. Doesn't quite kill that Overlord, though. This Overseer of Rogue is very low. Very, very low at the moment, and is continuing to just move around. A lot of Lings gathering up on the south side. The Spire starts up from Dark in the main base, too. We are going to be seeing, again, just a couple of these Overlords of Rogue just coming along, seeing what they can do in the next few moments. Overseer will start to take a couple of shots of damage, so just taking some hits right now, and the Overseer 2. Dark in general just looking for information, trying to scout, maybe trying to find the Evo chamber for Contaminate as well. Definitely a possibility, something that can always work very well, actually. As actually talk about Contaminate, I just realized that Dark's own Evo chamber is already contaminated, so that's a little bit painful. More Lings from Dark all the way up towards the top side of the map. This Roach is coming along over to the right-hand side. Roach speed is about to start from Dark as well. And Rogue is just starting to press on forwards. He's going to find himself a Queen here pretty quickly. Nice pick-off. Very nice pick-off, actually. A lot more Lings going to come back along as well. Gather up with the rest of these units. And, well, still these Roaches spreading out in a couple different directions. It looks as though Dark is going to be the defender once again here. This time Rogue's trying to make it happen with +2 missile attack. With the Contaminate on Dark's +1, he doesn't even have +1 attack just yet, so at the moment Rogue is looking good. Breaks through the top side. Dark very smartly pulls away into a bit of a better kind of combination of his own units. Here you go, Rogue coming in from both angles. Zark actually just got a few Mutalisks out though. That Spire now coming into play. And the Mutas could really start to turn this around. If he gets the Roach number low enough, then the Mutas definitely can make this work out. He's currently producing only Roaches beyond these 5 meters though. The idea being, I guess, that he wants to just make sure he can continue to clean up this attack, which he is doing. Dog's going to hold. Now Rogue might be in a little bit of trouble because with meters out, these Roaches are going to take damage as they go back home. He's going to have to start Spore Crawlers. He's going to have to start a Hydra Den. He has to start a transition. And that's not going to come super easily. That's not going to come naturally. And that's going to slow him down a lot. And that might actually just mean that Dog, if he just builds pure Roaches, maybe Dog can just attack into a tech-switching Rogue and win the game right here and now. You can see those Roaches continue to gather bottom left. You can see those Mutas do turn around. They pick off an Overlord here. One Overlord goes down, maybe another will drop as well here very soon. And a second Overlord will get picked away at as well. So 2 Overlords now killed. A few more Roaches of Rogue coming down to the bottom side of the map. You do see this Overseer from Rogue is taking a little bit more damage, so Overseer will fall. And you do see again just another couple of Mutalisks working their way through this Overlord as well, so some good damage being done. See this last couple of Overlords will finally be picked off. Rogue supply blocked, and that's his big issue. He's remaking Overlords, he's making the Hydra Den Hydras. None of this is really going to help him out when he looks at, comes to supply. And even though he's got a +1 missile attack upgrade disadvantage, Dark is coming across the map and he's looking for a fight. He knows how much his Mutas have gotten done in the last couple of moments. And the Overlord to the top side will be found. There's just no answer. Hydras and Roaches come up here to try and chase the Mutas, and well, all of a sudden you're losing the 3rd base. That ain't pretty. 3rd base, 4th base, whichever it is. Either way, it's a hatchery down. And actually, Dog doesn't even stop the kill. He pushes forwards. He knows these units are a little bit out of location. The Mutas come onto the Roaches. The Hydras are positioned away. They can't actually get on top of the Mutas just yet. Rogue knows he's not going to have an answer. GG. Dog takes game number 2. And he is on match point now in this best of 5. It ends the tournament. If it's Rogue, he keeps himself alive. He keeps himself kicking. Let's see what these guys are bringing out here. Game 3 of the ZvZ. Fairly quick game so far, I'd say. Though 2 very different games, which is pretty awesome. Top left-hand side, our red Zerg player, of course. He is Rogue. And he is going up against the blue Zerg to the bottom right-hand side. This is Dark. So, Rogue versus Dark, ZvZ best of 5, and game 3 now. You're watching the grand finals of Kung Fu Cup number 7. We're live tomorrow of Kung Fu Cup number 8. That's now approximately 14 hours and 20 minutes away, so if you want to tune in for that live, we're going to be here. We're also going to be doing WCSNA qualifiers tonight in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Make sure you tune in for that one. I'm probably going to keep the stream live. I think I'm just going to play some Fortnite. I'm not quite in the mood to play. I actually played some StarCraft 2 last night while jet lagged. I kind of want to play some more StarCraft, but probably not between casts is the issue. So, probably going to play some Fortnite between events here just for a couple of hours or something after this series. Just to give you guys a bit of a heads up as what's happening. Tomorrow's a busy day though. Tomorrow we start with Kung Fu Cup, we transition straight to WCS. We go from WCS EU to WCSNA. It should be a 16-ish hour stream if all goes according to plan. It's a big busy day tomorrow. Make sure you look forward to that, guys. We do see a feelings here from Dark early game. Probably worth talking about the fact that this was a 13-12 from him. Link speed is already on the way up, and now we do have the, well, the Bane Nest about to start as well. From Rogue's side of things, he sees this now. He did go pool hatch gas, so he is going to be able to get some Zerglings on the way up nice and quickly. Is that true? Is that a lie? I think that's a lie. He actually didn't. He went hatch gas pool. I'm just a little bit off because I've been talking about some other things. So this hatchery taking a little bit of damage in the moment. Some shots being dealt, and well, this hatchery is actually already about half health, so that hurts a little bit. Another couple of Lings show up, and obviously so far this is going pretty well for Dark. Has to pull away now, but look at that lost mining time and all of those drones they have to pull back into mining now on the natural. Lings keep on streaming in as well, and as these extra Lings stream in, how much will end up being done here? Dark is going to get another couple of drone kills. Puts himself at just a 2-worker deficit. More Lings coming across. I mean, Link speed hasn't even kicked in yet. Never mind the Bane Nest as well. Dark still has a second wave of something coming here. But Rogue is now with a Spine Crawler coming up, getting ready to deal with that. So, let's see how this goes. Dark Goes to the side, starts his first banelings, all 4 of them on the way in now. Rogue will see this, so he knows what this follow-up is. He kind of knew anyways, because he sees no hatchery on the natural. What else would it be other than continued mass gas mining for Ling Bane? What do you do though? Do you throw the Banes into the spine crawl? I think you kind of have to. What else could you do here? I think you have to kill the spine crawl, because otherwise it's just going to be so useless. First Bane actually goes off without doing much. Second Bane didn't do great either. Transfuse on the spine crawl. It keeps it alive. I like this from Rogue. It looks as though he's doing good for now. Ling Speed is going to be able to get another Zerglin or so. Nicely done. A few more Lingers trying to come on forwards here, trying to do just a little bit more. Realizes this hatchery is low, and actually the spine relocating. There's no transfuse. Maybe he could have gotten it if he dove for it, but he decided not to. Another couple of Banes going to be finishing up and heading up in towards this natural position. Can he get this base with the Baneling help? I think he can, honestly. One Bane goes off, the second one too. Wow, I don't believe he hasn't gone for the hatchery. It's on 150 health. He's maybe going to use the Lings in the main to distract while these Lings run for the hatch. He has to get the hatchery, right? If he doesn't get the hatchery, I think Doc is just dead. What does he do? Does he go for it? I mean, now would be a great time. Spine Crawl is relocating on the right side. This spine, I guess, just about reaches over. Oh man, this is brutal. 6 Lings, 160 health to kill. That's all he needs, 160 health. It's not, you know, with this set of Lings as well, it's not that much. It feels doable. Well, now there's transfuses as well, so I think his time has passed. Before, when I was talking about this, there was no transfusion left over. Now there is. It's obviously a very different scenario. Doc saves up to get his own hatchery going. So his own hatchery going to be coming down the natural in a moment or so here. You do see a couple of these Lings jumping on towards the drone, so nice little drone pick off. Nicely done, quickly done. And you do see those couple of Lings still coming forwards from Rogue, chasing those Lings of Doc down. So many Lings of Doc just sat just out the front of this natural. Couple of Queens, couple of Spine Crawlers just sat here. It's too much for Doc to commit on through, and he's down 8 workers, so he is definitely in trouble. What do you do in this kind of a position as Doc? I mean, I think it's... I mean, he's actually making more Lings. I actually really like that, because he's still kept these Lings in the main base up, and that's really impressive, to keep these alive for so long. So he sees what's being made, and he knows there's still no Ling speed, and he knows maybe if these Lings have to keep on kind of fighting over here, keep on running around, maybe they can't support the kind of attack at the front once again. So Doc's just going to go for it. Banes, Lings once again. Rogue's droning massively, and again, that's what Doc knows. He's been watching Rogue drone. And knowing that, Doc's going to take this as an opportunity for him to push into the natural, and maybe this time try and end the game. He's down 20 workers. So let me tell you, when damage needs to be done here, it really needs to be done. The Evo Chambers will start to morph. Here you go, those Banes. They see the Evos. They're going to wait for the extra Lings. Does he Baneling bust his way through this? I think he should. And he does stop himself. Oh, he gets himself through here. The Banes will be able to take down the hatchery. No transfuse used at all. Maybe just saving that for the Queens or so. There's going to be a Baneling going off towards the ramp. Another couple of Banes marching through. Don't do too much. Some Lings in the main base. It's now a 10 worker advantage for Rogue. So he's been cut by about 10 drones. And he lost the natural hatchery. That's a big deal. Because without that natural hatchery, it's 300 minerals he has to reinvest. And of course, he's got a lot of drones that are oversaturated until then as well. So that's actually really bad for Rogue. He has these drones that he can't really put to use. And 300 minerals he now has to spend on a hatch, whereas Doc uses his 300 minerals to build more drones. And that's where the catch-up is probably going to happen right about now. You can see it's 6 drones on the way from Doc. It's going to bring him within 2 drones of Rogue. Plus the fact that then he's also, you know, Rogue's got all these drones that aren't actually really mine, 10 of them. Doc's taking an income lead right now. You'll see it right here in a moment or two, Doc with the income lead. And that's just because, again, Rogue can't mine properly with all of his drones. It's worked out for him here in the end. Doc books forwards with a few Zerglings, a Spine Crawl low on hit points. I mean, that can be transfused, no problem. There's so many transfusions on these Queens. I'm so surprised he was too busy to transfuse on this natural, because I feel as though... Oh, wow, he even sneaks some Banelings in, snuck them by me as well. 4 more drones going down. Doc takes a worker lead. I was going to say, I just don't understand why no transfuse, because... Surely, the one thing that Rogue just has to do is keep the hatch alive. If he keeps the hatch alive, you can see the rest of it went okay. I really think that was a big slip up from Rogue there. That's Doc taking an 8 worker lead. And is obviously kind of comfortable to keep on going. He has his own +1 on the way. It is a later less, so Rogue speed will be much slower for him. He's going to start with the 3rd hatchery too, though. Doc really has put himself into the leading position of this ZvZ best of 5 game 3, which he already leads 2-0. He takes this. This tournament is over right here and now. Feeling is going to come around the side. And we are just going to be having the nibbling of these rocks here, so wants to try and take away kind of Rogue's options, I guess? Interesting. Usually the defending player will take down their own rocks because it kind of stops your opponent from kind of running around different directions. Interesting that Dark decides to take these down. Unless his plan is to take these down and then to kill the rocks themselves, so that Rogue can't use them defensively at some point himself. Queens from Rogue are starting to push across the map, and it looks as though Rogue is going to commit to a roach speed plus 1 attack timing. The Queens too, and even the spine crawlers are coming across the map. That's when you know this is serious. That's when you know there's no messing around right now for our Red Zerg player. He's going for this. A couple of links counterattacking, we'll see the roaches. He's going to see the lack of drones on the natural. Dog is going to get the information right away of what's going on. He adds on extra spine crawlers. He's getting ready to defend this. Are they in time? Will this be enough? Dog. He holds this right now. He is $300 richer from the victory in this Kung Fu Cup. Let's see if he has enough, as we do see Lingus Roaches moving forwards. Roach Roar and starts to take some damage. It's about halfway dead. A few roaches just coming in. We are going to be seeing that roach push back a little bit. Another few queens just coming along as well. They're going to keep pushing in the next few moments. Spine crawlers are finishing up, and well, the spine crawlers and queens, the roaches too. Let's see if Dark can hold. He's going to start targeting the queens, which I like. It forces the transfusions pretty quickly. Pulls back into the extra spine crawlers over here, which are going to go a huge way to helping out. Dark doesn't have any transfusions of his own, and this where it gets a bit weird because Rogue's about to have his own spine crawlers showing up and starting to burrow. So this is obviously a bit of an issue. Misses a transfused on one of the spine crawlers, so one spine crawler down, drones pull in. Worker count's actually evened up quite heavily here, as we do see Dark pulling away. He's going to let his, maybe just wait for the spine crawlers to join the fight for himself. He's even going to pull them forwards a little bit, knowing it's a bit of a weird scenario, having a spine crawler attacking his own units at the moment. Queen's out of transfusion, so that's one of Rogue's advantages gone now. Spine's about to finish burrowing as well, so they're going to add in a lot of extra damage in the fight that Rogue can't now back away from. Worker count is even though, and there is +1 on either side. Dark still needs to go into roach speed, I think, right? He doesn't have that yet, despite the lair. So if Dark starts roach speed now, he'll start to set himself up well in this. I mean, Rogue, honestly, if the lair up, roach speed complete, he's still in a good spot. Take a third hatchery. Rogue, Dark cancelled his third hatch, knowing this attack was coming in. So take a third hatchery, you set yourself up in a few more roaches, contaminate, slows down some lava production. Yeah, honestly, Rogue can play this out. Stop +2 as well, though. Stop +2, Rogue. You do need that. It would be nice. I guess his issue is he needs to kind of prioritize roaches because he just lost everything. He wants to make sure he doesn't himself die to a counterattack here. Maybe not fully aware of just what position he's in because it has been a bit of a weird game so far. We'll just pull along to the central south side. +2 missile attack from Dark currently on the way up. Roach speed's about halfway done. Again, it's +2 on each side of the map at the moment here, so +2 coming in. Overseer here from Dark going to come down. Going to see the Changeling is going to get picked off pretty quickly as the Changeling goes down, and Overseer just continues through into the natural towards the main base. And Queen pushing that Overseer away. So we'll just keep on spreading out, and that's one thing that Rogue does have, very good Overlord spread, so very aware of any attacks coming in. Dark's starting to set his own Overlord spread up, really just lacking on the left-hand side at the moment. His Overlord's on the way to deal with that, though. So I'll take down those rocks. Again, those rocks, he killed those earlier for his opponent. Didn't really make much use of them. I still look at that in a bit of a question mark sort of face at the moment. Like, not really sure why he did that. Not really sure what it denies Rogue from doing. Maybe it stops Rogue from sneaking out this side of the map and kind of counterattacking down here without Dark knowing. That's maybe one option. It kind of dissuades him from those sort of attacks. I guess that's a real possibility. I guess it could be. I can't think of anything else right now as to why that could be. Anyways, 12 minutes in, and a Hydralisk Den is coming down here from Rogue in the third base. So he's getting himself the Hydralisk Den. You're going to see +2 missiles, +1 Carapace on the way as well. Tunnel and Claws on the way up currently from Dark, as that Overseer is pushed away to the right-hand side. Rogue is fighting. Optional player in the chat says, surprised Rogue is still in this. Yeah, I mean, he is kind of surprised he's still in this. I guess he played it well enough, though. Like, this attack over here didn't, completely turn the game around, but it did enough to slow Dark down, right? And, definitely brought the game within, within the kind of realm of possibility of calling it even. It's, yeah. It's kind of evening out. Now, Rogue and Dark are both going for very different follow-ups at this stage, though. You can see the Lurker Den from Rogue obviously is going to be his kind of main kind of way of dealing with things at the moment. Dark is going to look towards the tunneling claws. He's going to be looking to burrow some roaches around, be a little bit cheeky, sneaky, just hide away and just try and deal, use that harassment to his advantage. Actually burrows on creepier, so Rogue's got to know about that. Already started morphing in Overseer. Never mind, surprise factor, says Dark. I want you to know what I'm doing. It makes it more fun, perhaps. That's fully blocked off. These couple of roaches get towards the third base, though, so there's a few drones that can go down. At the same time, roaches start pulling towards the fourth base as well. There's only so many Overseers up at the moment, and, well, fourth base definitely looks as though that's going to be a cancel here. No way you can save that. The units are just not in position in time. It's a kill as well, so Rogue actually loses out there quite heavily. Also, the supply block from Rogue hurts him for a moment or so. And what's really interesting is that Rogue, as he gets the Lurker Den finished, kind of feels like he hasn't had the chance to make Hydras just yet, perhaps afraid of Dark just committing in and to really being able to find himself, that kind of winning fight or so. A few roaches coming in and, well, shutting down that burrowed roach play. Fourth base from Dark sets up after killing his opponents. Means that he will have the fourth base much sooner. And definitely look towards that as a big benefit, a big positive at the moment. But we'll see him orphan in here from Dark as well. Going to be finishing up in a moment or two, and as this Overseer finishes up, of course you have those roaches coming back in towards the center. Going to get one changeling, get two changelings. Nice little pickoffs there by Dark. He's going to continue up to the top side with these roaches now and clean up a few more of these creep tumors. 1, 2, and 3. Nope, just 1 it. Just 2 then, we'll just stop at 2. It's okay, I can only count that high anyways, really. Thorough, on the way up here from Rogue on the natural. Overseer and Dark just flying over these roaches and Ravagers, so he's just going to be able to see what's kind of going on here, and he has to see what's up. A lot of roaches and Ravagers coming up the right-hand side from Dark now. A lot of roaches and Ravagers. One Overseer of Dark taking a little bit of damage, and we do see these units just gathering up and getting ready to attack on in. A lot of these units just spreading themselves out a little bit, and well, Dark is positioning himself to do something. His own Overseer coming over here, he doesn't have the energy for Contaminate or anything like that. We are going to be seeing these roaches and Ravagers pushing forwards. A couple of Lurkers now in play. Only a couple though, so it's not many. I think it's actually 3 here right now. It's definitely manageable. Roach counterattack as well from Rogue, going to start dealing some damage. Fourth base will go down though for Rogue. While he cleans out the fourth base mineral line of his opponent. Roaches are going to run on through into the natural to cause some chaos here. Nice usage of the burrow from Dark. Burrowing his drones to keep them alive. Very cute players are going to be seeing that Lurker in the front. So low, doesn't go down yet though. My mouse is not having a good day at all. Sorry, this is the second time it's messed up a little bit. That was weird. Roaches and Row is going to keep on fighting. Rogue is still pushing down the right side, but he's running into Corrosive Bowels in desperation. He's still winning out this fight bottom left as well, though, so Dark having a little bit of trouble there. His own Roach is being shut down by Spine Crawlers and Reinforcements. Is he actually eventually going to kill this? Is he going to lose his own fourth base? I think Dark will lose his own fourth, so his own fourth goes down. After killing the fourth of his opponent, Dark. Reset in terms of base number. Well, what now? His opponent has Lurkers as well. Remember, that's attack advantage. It can go a long way for Rogue in terms of a fight. Those Lurkers are so powerful. Roach is going to burrow themselves here. Rogue going to go for a little bit of Tunneling Claw action. We'll see how well Dark deals with this, as he's a little bit out of position if these Roaches just run straight to the natural at the moment. But he does catch the Ravagers. This is huge. He's going to catch Lurkers as well. 2 Lurkers go down. Multiple Ravagers have fallen. Suddenly Dark turns that fight around. Yes, that's a lot of Roaches moving into his natural. He doesn't see them at all. But Dark's going to keep coming up the map. Or does he turn around? I kind of feel like you just keep going. He's going to turn around, actually. No, he's going to keep going. He didn't know either himself. I kind of like that you keep going attitude, because, you know, you just won a massive fight. You just killed a bunch of Ravagers. So much of your opponent's army supply is over here. I think you can realize that there's enough for you to do that kind of, you know, yes, you're going to take damage, but you're going to do so much more damage yourself. It's a bit of a gamble, but I think it's a well kind of thought out gamble. More Lurkers burrowing. If there's anything that's going to be an issue for Dark, it's going to be those Lurkers. And that's my biggest fear for him at the moment. Roaches, Ravagers going to keep on pushing in the Lurkers. Corrosive Bowels coming down. The Lurkers getting hit, and we are going to be seeing one more Lurker going down. Roaches and Ravagers are falling. There's only 2 Lurkers left. One of them's getting Corrosive Bowel already. Has to unburrow. Means he can move forwards a little bit more easily. He's one-shotting them down. Yes, the Roaches in the main are doing insane amounts of damage, but it's not going to be as much damage as what Dark achieves over on this side. Game 3 of the best of 5. Dark's up 2-0. He's about to make it to 3-0. He's about to move through to the grand... Well, he's about to win this tournament, actually. He's already in the grand finals. GG Dark wins the $300 first place prize. Congratulations to him. He does it. He makes it happen. Dark.